Have you ever looked back on a long season of your life and realized that the lessons matter just as much as the destination? Hello, friends, and welcome to Scripture for the Journey, the Bible in a Year. Today I'll be reviewing the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is a book of remembering. It takes place at the edge of the Promised Land after years of wandering, struggle, and growth. The people are close to where they have long hoped to be, but before they cross over, Moses pauses the journey. He gathers the people and speaks to them one last time. Deuteronomy is not about new events as much as it is about reflection and meaning and preparation. The name Deuteronomy means second law, but that description can be misleading. This book is not simply a repetition of rules. It's a retelling of the law through the lens of lived experience. Moses revisits the commandments, not as abstract instructions, but as words shaped by the people's failures, fears, and growth. Deuteronomy teaches us that faith matures through memory and interpretation, not just obedience. Throughout the book, Moses reminds the people where they have been. He names moments of faithfulness and moments of rebellion. He doesn't sugarcoat the past, and he doesn't dwell in shame either. Remembering in Deuteronomy is not about guilt, it's about gratitude and clarity. The people are invited to remember who God has been so they can trust who God will continue to be. And one of the central themes of Deuteronomy is love. This may surprise those who think of it only as a book of law. Over and over again, Moses speaks of loving God with heart, soul, and strength. Obedience is framed not as fear-based compliance, but as a response to relationship. God's commands are given within the context of care, provision, and covenant. And Deuteronomy reminds us that law and love were never meant to be separated. The famous words known as the Shema sit at the heart of this book. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. These words aren't just a statement of belief, they're a call to shape daily life. Faith is to be taught to children, spoken at home, remembered in routines, and lived publicly. Deuteronomy insists that faith is not private or occasional, it's woven into everyday living. Deuteronomy also places strong emphasis on choice. Moses sets before the people life and death, blessing and curse. This isn't presented as a threat, but as an honest recognition of consequence. Choices matter, and the path forward will be shaped by how the people live out what they've learned. Deuteronomy treats the people as responsible partners in the covenant, capable of choosing faithfulness. Justice is another defining theme. Care for the poor, the stranger, the widow, and the orphan runs throughout the book. Power is never meant to be used for exploitation. Leaders are held accountable. Communities are called to fairness and compassion. And Deuteronomy makes it clear that love for God is inseparable from care for others. Faith that ignores justice has missed the heart of the covenant. As Moses speaks, there's a sense of urgency and tenderness. He knows he won't cross into the promised land with the people. His words carry the weight of experience and the hope of the future. Deuteronomy is deeply pastoral. It sounds like a leader who has walked with people through failure and growth and now wants them to succeed without him. The book ends with Moses blessing the people and preparing them for leadership beyond his own. Joshua is named the next leader, and the journey continues. Deuteronomy closes with both gratitude and grief, celebration and transition. It reminds us that faith communities are always shaped by those who came before and those who will come after. For us today, Deuteronomy invites reflection on our own stories. What has God taught you through seasons of waiting, wandering, or struggle? What truths have been learned, not in moments of ease, but in perseverance? Deuteronomy encourages us to carry those lessons forward rather than rush past them. Deuteronomy also asks us to consider how faith is passed on. What stories are we telling? What values are we modeling? Faith grows when it is remembered and spoken and lived intentionally. The future of the journey depends on how well the story is held and shared. So as you reflect on Deuteronomy, consider this question. If you were standing on the edge of a new season, what would you need to remember most about God? This book reminds us that remembering is not looking backward for its own sake. It's grounding ourselves so that we can move forward with wisdom and trust. Next week, we'll move into Joshua, where the people finally step into the land they long awaited for. But for now, Deuteronomy invites us to pause, remember, and choose life, faith, and love as we continue the journey. And friends, if this journey through Scripture is meaningful to you, I invite you to like this video, share it with someone who might appreciate it, and leave a comment letting me know what stood out to you today. And be sure to follow or subscribe so you can walk through all 66 books of the Bible with us, 1 week at a time. God bless you, my friends.